Hola mi gente bella y bienvenidos a mi canal. My name is Sandra if this is your first time here, and welcome to my channel. In this channel, you'll be learning and I'll be speaking about everything high-end or luxury candle making business tips. So, in today's video, I have put together a 16-step candle relaunch or launch checklist because some of you are on the stage of launching. So this could also be a launch checklist that you could use, and you could use this as your guide to your business launch day, and it will let you know if you are ready to launch. So I'll be having timestamps on this video, and it'll be easier for you guys to navigate through the video and through the 16 steps. And it will also make it easier for you to have some type of reference points and key reference points. So let's dive in. Now let's start with the first tip or the first step to actually launching or relaunching for your actual business. Make sure that you have the legal side of things for your business ready, such as having your EIN number ready, having your LLC or sole proprietorship ready, just to make sure whichever one you are trying to decide for your actual business. Also, to make sure that you actually have a business bank account, such as my previous video that explains the reasons why you should have a business bank account. And I also give you 5 very good banks that you could utilize for your small business. So don't forget to check out that video after you watch this one, and I'll link that down below in the description box and also up above in the information card. So the next thing is knowing about your taxes. So make sure that you know that your state, or however they are going to require you to pay for your yearly taxes. Is it quarterly? Is it yearly? Is it monthly? Whatever your state states, make sure that you know when you're supposed to pay for your taxes. Have you paid for your site domain? And obviously, do you have a business name? And make sure that you have all of these in steps. And don't forget to also have a professional email account service for your business, so that you won't only be a Gmail account or a Hotmail or a Yahoo account. So make sure that your domain name is actually your email name. So it'll be info@aromaandroses.com or info@aromaandrosescandle.com. However you put your actual business name website, that should also reflect your email as well. And also another very good point, and we're still in the first step, is are your social media accounts already created, and have you been engaging with your followers months before you're actually going to launch? It is very crucial that you actually have an engagement with your followers on all your social media platforms, and whichever ones you are actually using, because that actually creates hype. It creates people that want to actually purchase from you, and it increases more, curiosity within people who are actually your followers, and those people will also recommend others to come follow you. And another tidbit for the first step is also, has your website or your Etsy shop been created? If you don't have that set already, then more than likely you're not ready to launch just yet. And make sure you at least have all of these in place, or you're actually working towards having all of those in place before you launch. And because you only have 1 or 2 or 3 of those mentioned steps that I actually gave to you already, doesn't necessarily mean that you're ready. It just means that you are on the way to getting ready. So make sure that you have all of those in steps before you actually launch. Step número dos will be tell everybody. And when I mean everybody, I mean your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your siblings, your cousins, your aunts, your uncles, your exes, their family members, their parents, their cousins. I mean everybody. And if you have kids, you tell them too, because they also need to know about your launch or your relaunch for your actual business. And also on that very same note, make sure that you advertise your business on your actual social media, such as putting out blasts and your social media about when your relaunch or your launch is going to be. And on that same note, don't overwhelm your actual followers with so much of the repetitive post, which always or more than likely will say relaunch date, that date this, mark this on your calendars. No, make it more engaging, not spammy, and make it every 2 or 3 posts that you are going to be launching or relaunching, and that will make your customers, well, that will make your followers a lot more easier to digest that information, as opposed to every other post is relaunch, relaunch, relaunch. You don't want that. They'll get very annoyed and they'll stop following you, and you don't want that to happen. So make sure that every other post is not a relaunch post, but something very informative, and you know, add that info in there as you actually tell a story with your actual posts. Step número 3. Have at least 12 or more candles of each scent that you're going to provide in your store ready and restock as you sell, and whatever other products that you're going to be selling as well. So if you're going to be selling diffusers, make sure that you have more than 12 of each scent. If it's only one scent, then just make sure that you have 12 of those ready. Make sure that you have wax melts ready if you're selling that in your shop. Also make sure that you have any fragrances or any other product that you're going to be selling in your shop ready with at least 12 of inventory of each. And if you're selling different scents of each, make sure you have 12 of those or more, because be proactive. Make sure that you know that you're going to be selling out, because if you're not having a large inventory, then if you do sell out, then you'll be stuck with not selling anymore and closing down shop, putting everything at a halt because you don't have any more inventory. And anyways, if you're selling soy and coconut wax, then you should already have a lot of those in your arsenal, in your inventory, because they actually need at least 1 to 2 weeks of cure time before you actually sell them. So as you are selling them, it's a good idea to actually replenish them as you sell them, so that you are actually having that 1 or 2 week of cure time when you are actually making and selling your candles. Now, my número 4 step will be make a list of items that will go inside of your gift box if you are actually selling a gift box set. The reason why I say this is because you don't want to get your products ready, ship it up to your customers, and then have your customers go into the website to make sure that they have everything in the box, because I know I do this to make sure that I have everything in my inventory. I mean, in my box. When I do purchase a gift box, I make sure that I have everything, and then when I go online, I'm missing an item, and then I have to message the product or the owner or whoever I need to then I have to message the owner of the store to let them know that my item is missing something, or whatever product that they did not put in my actual gift box. And you don't want to be that owner that forgot to put something in the actual gift box, because not a lot of people will think that you made that mistake. Some people might think you did that on purpose because you didn't want to put it in there, or they might give you a bad review when it's time to collect that review. So make sure that you have a list of items that will go inside your gift box if you are having a gift box set for your business. So número 5 is, now for número 5, you need to have an assembly lined table ready where you are going to mass produce your inventory to give out to people or to ship it out to everybody. And what I mean by that is to have your warning labels, to have tissue paper if you are going to be packaging with tissue paper, to have a tape section, your mailing labels ready. Make sure that you have your thank you cards, your care cards, your business cards, your invoice, your packing slip, free gifts if you're going to be providing free gifts. Also, to make sure that you double check the customer's name, their address, their email, and if they provided their phone numbers, to double check that everything is good to go before you actually send it out, so that the customer actually receives everything, and so that you know that you actually put everything in the actual box. And in that note, you should also, what is a good idea is to check off each item as you go, as you are actually putting it in the box or the shipping box that you're going to be providing to your customers, so that you know exactly what you're putting in there, so that you won't forget anything, and also so that you know that whatever they ordered, you have already placed in the actual box. And also, anything else that you want to add to that shipping box, make sure that you have an actual assembly line ready to have everything in place, so that you won't forget anything. And that actually creates a very good checks and balances for your business, and it creates a very good muscle memory, so that you won't forget anything. Once you do this 1,000 times, many times, you will get muscle memory and you will never forget. So make sure that you have assembly line ready whenever you are going to get your shipping together to ship out all your products to your customers. Número 6, step número 6. So check your candles, and this is very important because for some odd reason I forget to put the actual warning labels on the bottom of the candles. So make sure that you check your candles. And another very good tip is to actually open the lid. If you have actual lids on your candles, make sure that you remove the lid and see how that candle looks like before you sell it or before you ship it to your customers, so that you know that it looks presentable. You don't want to send out a candle that it's melted, or it has some fingerprints on it, or your fingernail made a dip on it, or the wick is not properly centered. So make sure that you're actually have your candles ready for shipping, and to remove the lid to make sure that it looks good to go before it ships. Now my número 7 step will be to make sure that you have pictures of all your products on a white background, so that you'll be able to showcase the product by itself in different angles if it's relevant for that actual product. And also have several pictures of a lifestyle of that actual product in your home, or wherever you want to have the product on a table, on a tray, in the bathroom, wherever you are going to be putting your product in a lifestyle setting or real world setting. You should also have that as a product picture. Step número 8. Make sure that the text on your site is legible on all devices. You don't want to, on launch day, have your text be too small, because then people won't be able to read it, or you don't want your text to be too large because it's going to be cut off on their mobile devices if they're utilizing their mobile devices for shopping on your site. Not everybody uses a computer. Most people are on their mobile devices, or sometimes they are on their actual laptop, or they're probably on their tablet, on their iPad, and the view on the iPad, the view on the desktop, and the view on your cell phone is not the same. So make sure that you are making sure that all those devices looks good before you actually launch. And also on that same note, make sure that your actual site works, such as the payment link is there. Make sure that the chat box is not covering the actual payment link or anything that is important on your site, because that happened to me, and I didn't realize it at the time, and I had a customer actually email me telling me that they couldn't check out because the actual chat box was on the checkout link. That brings me to numero 9, and that is to make sure that the actual payment link works. So you're probably gonna have to make a test dummy purchase to make sure that whenever you click on the submit or pay now button, and that actually works. And I know with Shopify and with Squarespace, I believe with Wix, you could do that, and the actual website gives you step-by-step instructions on how to do it. And if you are lost, you can always, YouTube it, because there's a YouTuber out there that actually has that in their page, or you can actually call up the website that you're using, and they could walk you through it. And that brings me to my 10th tip, and that will be to make sure that your website actually works, because on launch day you don't want your website to have any flaws. You don't want your website to not work. You don't want your website to have one of those error messages because you did not check it before you actually launch. And on that very same note, make sure that every page actually works, because sometimes the front page works, but then when you click to the next page, or if you click on a link that you put on there, it gives you an error message. So make sure that actually works too before you actually launch. And this brings me down to my step numero 11, and that is to make sure that your web homepage is inviting and flows seamlessly, because if it is too slow, if it takes too long to load, if it's too clunky with too many menu options, or if it's too clunky with too much pictures because it is way too busy, people will get confused and people will click off. And you don't want that, because you want to make that sell. And also, if it doesn't have anything on your actual page, so for example, it has pictures that has nothing to do with your candles, such as a picture of the outdoors, but your product is not even on the picture, then you're going to confuse people, and they're going to think that you are actually a blog site or a whatever. They don't know. So make sure that your product is actual menu option. If you don't have pictures on your website, if you want to just have one of those banners as a clickable banner to go to whatever option that you want them to click on, make sure that it is a picture of your actual product and not some random picture that you just took up from Canva or from the internet, because people are going to get confused, and you don't want them to get confused, and you don't want them to leave your site, because you want to make that sell. So for my next step, and this is my step numero 12, you will need to do this ahead of time. And this is called my very favorite. I know I've talked about this a lot, and is to create an email list. Okay, so you're going to probably have to collect emails before you actually launch, so that you can actually give out an email blast to your email list. And it's a very good idea to do with this 7 days ahead of time, so then you'll have 7 days worth of emails to give to your customers. Okay, so if you have watched my email video, then I'll explain there how you could do this. So make sure that you watch that video. I'll have it down here, and I'll also have it in the info cards above, so you can click on that after you watch this video. And also, it's very important to have an email list, because every successful company sends out emails for brand awareness, product updates, and any information that the company needs to send out to the public. They do this through email, and email is very effective. So make sure that you have an email list so that you could retarget your customers, your current customers, or your future customers with email marketing. Now, my 13th step will be to run a giveaway of your most valuable product. And if you don't know which one is your most valuable product now because you haven't sold anything yet, just make sure that you just select one product that that you believe is the actual valuable product, or the most important product, or the one that speaks about your brand the most, and then you run a giveaway on that product. And then you could do that by blasting it on your social media or whichever social media platform that you want to use. And also you could do this by collecting emails, but you'll need an actual platform to do that. And I also speak about that in my email video if you want to watch that too. So make sure to tell that the winner will be selected at random and that they'll pay for shipping if you want them to pay for shipping. I did this and I had them pay for shipping and I didn't have any issue. So if you want, you can also incentivize non-winners by giving them a coupon code for their purchase in your business. And this absolutely works because I have done this. Even if they did not win, you give them a coupon code. So just make sure that that coupon code has an expiration date so that they'll have an urgency to actually purchase from you and not wait 2 or 3 months from now so you could have that purchase from them. So just make sure that when you sell them that email, or if you're sending them that Instagram DM or Facebook message, however you had selected your non-winners or winners, that you let them know that there is an actual deadline expiration date to that actual coupon code. Now, number 14, nurture your email list or giveaway email list, whichever one you're going to be using, by giving them helpful tips, teasing the price product, and educating them about your business best practices. Also, let them know how you came to be in this business, and at the end of each email, give a countdown of the days till the giveaway prize. And this will be very easy to do because you'll be giving them 7 emails because of your launch day, and that your giveaway will be one of those emails. So therefore you'll have 6 more emails to go. And also on that very same note, make sure that you put your tagline, and I have a video about branding, that make sure that you have that in all your email lists and every page on your website, so that your customers are aware of your branding and the message that you are going to be relaying to them based on your actual products. Number 15, step número 15. If you run the giveaway through Instagram or Facebook or TikTok or whatever other social media platform that you use, make sure that you film it and post it on those social media platforms that you selected, the winner, and people actually tune in. And if you do this through a video, it's actually a very, very, very good engagement, because people will tune in and to see your actual video, and they want to make sure that they know if they are or if they're not the winner. So this is a very good practice, and I did this, and it's a very good way to actually get engagement on your very social media platform. And the last one, number 16, is to go live on your social media on launch day. And how do you do this? Make sure you have your family members at home with you, like a party, celebrating with you. Get balloons, get streamers, get wine if you want wine, and make it a party. Have you have your actual customers or your followers or your subscribers watch you watching them purchasing from your site, and it's going to be an event. And it's also fun. It'll be fun for you, it'll be fun for them. You could actually talk to them, have a conversation with them, and they'll know more about you based on that actual launch day, and you could keep them updated on your actual products, what's going on, how is it going, how you're feeling, and stuff like that. So if you enjoyed these 16 steps, make sure to comment down below. Make sure that you actually like this video. It helps me in the YouTube algorithm. Don't forget to subscribe because that also helps me in the YouTube algorithm. I also like the fact that when you guys do this, then other candle makers can actually find my video, and that will help them as well, because we're all about helping one another. And if you have any other launch or relaunch tips or steps, let me know, because we are all about sharing, because obviously caring is sharing, or sharing is caring, however that goes. So make sure that you leave those comments down below. Follow me on my social media. If you have any questions that I did not answer and you don't want to put it in the comments, DM me. I am more than happy to answer questions. And if you have any concerns, let me know. I like to answer questions. So I like to educate myself too in the process. So make sure that you do that in the comments. And hasta la próxima. Bye, mi gente bella.